Babe, can you believe it? Mark's giving us his house for the trip practically for free, she chirped, phone pressed to her ear. I stayed silent, my eyes fixed on the new iPhone her ex Mark had bought her. A gift. The shock on her face months later was priceless when she begged for my help. I 25M have been with my girlfriend 21F for a little over a year, and honestly it's been one of the best years of my life. The only catch is that we're long distance. We live a couple of states apart, so our relationship is built on a lot of late-night FaceTime calls, weekend flights, and a ton of trust. Or at least I thought it was. We just clicked from the beginning, and the distance never felt like a real obstacle because we were so good at communicating and making time for each other. Things changed a few months ago. I started my medical residency, and anyone who's been through it knows what that means. My life went from manageable to a chaotic mess of 80-hour work weeks, constant exhaustion, and a paycheck that feels like a joke for the amount of work I'm putting in. Suddenly money was tight. Flying out to see her every few weeks turned into maybe once every couple of months. The financial strain added this new unspoken pressure to everything. It wasn't her fault or mine, it was just a new reality we had to navigate. Right around when my residency kicked into high gear, she told me she was going on a girls' trip with her friends. I was genuinely happy for her. She deserved a vacation. But my stomach did a little flip when she told me where they were going. It was the state where her ex-boyfriend lives, the guy she dated for about a year right before me. My brain immediately tried to shut down the alarm bells. It's a big state, I told myself. Don't be that guy. Don't be the insecure, controlling boyfriend. So I wished her a great time, and tried to put it out of my head. When she got back, we were on the phone catching up. I asked how the trip was, and she gave me the standard, it was so much fun. We went out, saw the sights. But her voice was off. It felt rehearsed. She was giving me the general summary, but no specific stories, no funny details. My gut just started screaming at me that something was missing. After a few minutes of this, I just cut through the small talk. Did anything happen on the trip you're not telling me? There was a long pause on her end. The kind of silence that's so loud it feels like an answer in itself. Finally she sighed. Okay, look. I ran into my ex. My heart sank, but I kept my cool. Okay, and? She hesitated again, and then the words tumbled out. He saw my phone was cracked and he bought me a new one. I didn't say anything. I was just trying to process the sheer audacity of it. A phone. Not a drink, not lunch. A brand new phone. She immediately went into damage control. It's not a big deal, he's just like that, super generous. I didn't tell you because I knew you'd take it the wrong way, and I didn't want you to feel bad since I know money is tight for you right now. And that's what really stung. She wasn't just hiding it, she was using my financial situation as the reason for her secret. It felt manipulative. The conversation just kind of ended after that. I was left sitting there looking at my own budget spreadsheet on my laptop, feeling like a complete fool. I had a choice, either accept her story that it was a meaningless gift from a friend or start a fight that would make me look like a jealous broke asshole. So what would you guys have done? I tried to swallow it and move on, but it felt like I had just swallowed a rock. For the next couple of months I really tried to let the phone thing go. I told myself I was overreacting. Residency was kicking my ass, I was stressed and tired and probably just looking for a problem where there wasn't one. She was apologetic and we fell back into our old rhythm. We had some good weeks. We talked every night, made plans for my next visit, and it almost felt like that whole weird, unsettling incident never happened. I convinced myself that trust was a choice, and I was choosing to trust her. So I finally get a rare weekend off and fly down to see her. It was perfect. We spent the day just bumming around, and that evening we were curled up on her couch watching some dumb movie. It was one of those comfortable, easy moments that make all the long-distance crap feel worth it. She was showing me pictures from her friend's birthday party on her phone, the new one he bought her. The irony wasn't lost on me, but I was actively pushing it down, trying to just be present. She handed me the phone. You can just swipe through, she said, her head resting on my shoulder. I was swiping through the usual stuff, group shots, blurry selfies, pictures of food. Then I swiped one more time. The screen changed and my entire body went cold. It was a picture of her. She was lying down, her head resting on a guy's chest. His arm was casually draped over her shoulder. They both looked relaxed, comfortable, intimate. I knew without a single doubt who the guy was. My thumb froze over the screen. The air in the room suddenly felt thick and heavy. I didn't have to look up to know she had seen what I was looking at. She sat up straight, snatching the phone out of my hand so fast it was a blur. "Oh my God, that's nothing," she said, her voice a little too high, a little too quick. "Don't even worry about that." My own voice came out quiet, way quieter than I expected. "What is that?" "It's not what it looks like. We were just hanging out watching a movie with a group of people. Nothing happened." My brain was struggling to connect her words to the image I had just seen. A group of people. The photo was a close-up. There was no one else in the frame. It was just them tangled up together. It was the kind of picture a couple takes, not just friends. The thought process in my head was a frantic looping mess. Why would you keep that picture? Why is it saved on the very phone he bought you? And why is your first reaction to tell me not to worry instead of explaining what the hell's going on? It felt like she wasn't trying to reassure me, she was trying to manage my reaction. She kept repeating it, almost like a mantra. "Seriously, nothing happened. I swear. You have to believe me." But the phone incident had already cracked the foundation of my trust. This picture just took a sledgehammer to it. Believing her felt less like an act of faith and more like an act of willful ignorance. So Reddit, here's my question. She's insisting it's just a poorly timed photo that looks bad out of context. She says I'm blowing it up into something it's not. Am I the one who's crazy here? How can a picture like that on that phone be nothing? After the incident with the picture, things felt fragile. The trust I thought was a solid foundation now felt like a sheet of thin ice, and I was terrified of putting too much weight on it. I flew back home after that weekend with a knot in my stomach that wouldn't go away. I tried to believe her, I really did. But my mind kept replaying the image of her on his chest. It was a constant battle between my heart, which wanted to believe the woman I loved, and my gut, which was telling me I was a damn fool. We were on a video call a few weeks ago, just talking about our day. It was late, and she had her phone lying face up on the desk next to her laptop. Suddenly the screen lit up. A text notification banner slid down from the top. I only saw it for a second, but it was enough. It was his name. My whole body went stiff. My brain went into overdrive. She's still talking to him. After the phone, after the picture, she's still talking to him. I didn't say a word. I just watched her. She glanced at the screen, saw that I had seen it, and her eyes widened for a split second before she casually reached over and flipped the phone face down. In that one simple action, flipping the phone over, she told me everything I needed to know. It wasn't an innocent text from a friend. It was a secret. She was actively hiding it from me in real time. But the final straw came last week. She was on the phone with one of her friends making plans for another trip they were taking. I was just in the background studying. I heard her say super casually, "Yeah, I got you guys a great deal on the house. It's Mark's place. You know my ex? He's out of the country, so he said you could have it for cheap." I literally stopped breathing. I waited for her to get off the phone, my mind racing to connect the dots. First a secret meeting for the phone. Then the intimate picture. Then the ongoing texts. And now she was acting as a real estate agent for him. When I confronted her, she immediately launched into the same defensive script. "It's not a big deal. I'm not even going with them. I was just helping my friend save money, and he wasn't even going to be there." She was trying to frame it as a logical, practical decision, as if the entire history between them didn't exist. That's when I realized the core of the problem. In her mind, as long as she could justify each individual action, the whole pattern didn't matter. That's when I finally laid it all out. The phone, the picture, the texts, and now this. I told her it felt like a profound lack of respect for me and for our relationship. I told her I couldn't live with the constant feeling that I was competing with a ghost who was very much still present in her life. She finally seemed to get it. She cried, apologized, and swore she understood. She promised she would cut him off for good, block his number, and have no more contact. She made the promise I've been waiting to hear for months. But now that I have it, it feels hollow. How can I trust this promise when it was made only after I caught her for the third time? I love this girl, I really do. The good times are incredible. But I'm exhausted from being a detective in my own relationship. I feel like I'm being played, and she's just gotten better at hiding the game. So I'm turning to you guys. She's promised to stop talking to him. Should I give her one last chance and believe her words this time, or am I just an idiot for even considering it? Should I be worried? Thanks for reading.